Pomona the deer. This is the story of a lovely little lady deer, a doe, and how she became one of the forest's primeval. Her name was Pomona, simply because her father was an old Southern Californian half-buck. She and her father and mother lived in Yellowstone National Park, right next to Old Faithful the Geyser. Her mother chose that location, hoping Old Faithful would give her husband ideas. But if Pomona's father had ideas in the house, that was all he ever did have in the house. Instead of being a good husband and father, he used to spend most of his time getting blind at stag dinners. He was faithful to his wife only once that she remembered. Then she was much too vague to take everything in. So all Pomona's mother had was her baby, a few old memories of the days when she had been a doe, and the knowledge that all male deers forget female deers once they've been in the doe. And as Pomona grew up, she was alternately showered by Old Faithful in every possible advantage. And the older Pomona grew, the lovelier she became. She had eyes as dark as tomorrow's hangover, dainty little hoofs as black as income tax day, and a shimmering coat as beautiful as a bride's expectations, and as soft as a bridegroom's heart. Just to watch Pomona prancing amongst the trees of the forest was enough to make every boy deer go mad for miles around and butt their heads against the biggest trees. That's the way boy deers whistle the girl deers. To anyone else, such goings-on would seem pretty damn foolish, but deers love it. And the things Pomona learned: how to size up a male spread of antlers in a ladylike way, and how to make a male deer chase up a mile through the forest, and then let him catch her 1 minute before he was too tired to do anything but pant. She learned everything except what seasons were right for mating, what seasons were right for thinking about it. That's why Pomona was totally unprepared for anything like Bernard. Bernard was a big brown buck with a nasty eye and a huge horn spread. He was so mean, he would go into a rage if anyone dared mention the virgin forest. But when he saw Pomona gliding through a glade, her scent had him spellbound. He knew what he wanted, and he made Pomona watch him while he savagely butted an ash tree. And then with his big horn, he ripped off a piece of bark. Pomona was fascinated. A Scotch mist filled her eyes, and she threw Bernard the kind of look that Hetty Lamar would give her soul to duplicate. Bernard didn't wait for another look. He lowered his head, wriggled his antlers, and then he charged. As he thundered towards Pomona, did she do as the mother told her? Did she close her eyes? Did she run away? Hell no! She just braced herself and love was born. And from that very moment, Pomona didn't give a damn what life brought her as long as she could always be the call of the wild. And now even the fireflies that dance around Pomona's door at night are red fireflies. Pomona doesn't care, because she knows that any season is a good season for a smart girl to make an honest buck.